Hey everybody, we're going to talk about chapter 1.1 today. That is why databases. 1.1, why databases is usually abbreviated as DB for database. So talk about all why we should have databases, what they're for, and to kind of kick off this whole chapter here. So a couple things to think about is all of the data that we have in our lives, right? There's actually a whole lot of data that we use every day, and we need a place to store it. So a database is the software system that we use to store this information. Now, trying to do everything on paper by hand is not going to work very well. You're just going to run out. You're not going to have enough room, or you're not going to be able to organize it. You're not going to be able to share it. It causes lots of trouble, right? Just imagine if all the things that we had to do had to be tracked on paper. Right? You go to the store and you want to pay for something. Well, maybe you still use cash, and that's okay. They keep a paper ledger, right? And they'd keep their list of receipts on their piece of paper here of all the things that they sold. And then at the end of the day, they'd have to go to all the cash registers, and they'd have to take all of those sales slips and see all the things that they sold and say, oh, well, we need to go order more of this item because we sold a bunch of it. That's not going to work very well. So we need a place to store all of this information. Now, data all by itself is just that. It's just one piece, one little bit here. But when we can put it together, we connect it, when we can relate it, then we're really able to do a lot more with it. So different things, just like when you logged into D2L today, that was tracking some information. Right? D2L has a database storing all sorts of information. It tells me the last time you logged in. It tells me the things that you accessed in the course. It will store your score for things. Right? You want to be able to see all those 100% marks there. Right? And you'll be able to see that nice and easy and see what your progress is going. So being able to store that data is huge, and the database is the ideal place for us to store that. So not only is it useful for individuals, not everyone will go and keep their own database of things, but they'll interact with other databases. To check your email, all of that is stored in a database, right? Because it needs to be somewhere in a computer system that the computer can get at it. All the transactions that we do, all sorts of things, even, the interesting example from the book, our birth certificates. The day we're born, that information is stored somewhere. And the day we die, our death certificate, that information is stored somewhere. And everywhere in between, we're generating data. So we need a place to store it. That's why databases are important.